This video is supposed to explain to you why I switched from controller to mouse and keyboard. Controller for me has been so great, you know, especially in my younger days when I was really playing games every single day. Now, not to mention I came from console. Now, right now, as where it stands, I made my switch from console to PC 4 years ago, and I haven't looked back since. Now, I used to be a console player. I used to love console. I used to play Xbox all day, every day. Now I play on PC, and PC has just made me a better player as far as gaming, and it made me a smarter gamer as well. Not saying that console players are not smart at all, but when it comes to playing on like mouse and keyboard and stuff, controller does not stand a chance. Now, unless you're playing a controller heavy game such as Call of Duty or, you know, games like that, yeah, then controller is much needed because the aim assist is just OP. Now, that being said, me playing with mouse and keyboard today, it feels better, plays better, it just looks cooler. Everything about playing on a mouse and keyboard is just so different. Now, do I miss playing on controller? Yeah, of course. I can say this every day, man. I do miss playing on console just because that nostalgic feel, and, you know, me just having all the history of the achievements and all that stuff. I had some longevity times on console, and I feel like I will bring back to this channel. Now, specifically, I used to play a lot of UFC. I play a lot of Madden. I played a lot of general games that was specifically for console, and I do miss that. Now, I probably will play both eventually, but right now I'm on the keyboard and mouse, and I'm loving it. Specifically, my thoughts on keyboard and mouse compared to controller is controller. Yeah, you can have fun with a controller. It feels good in your hands. You're using thumbs, you're using your fingers, etc. Keyboard and mouse, you're pretty much doing the same thing. You're not holding anything, but you're using your fingers, you're using thumbs, you're using your wrist, you're using your arm, you're using multiple things, which is cool and all. Now, I think specifically when it comes to controller and mouse, customization is so different. Like mouse and keyboard, customization is everything. You need to have the best of the best. It's not just about how your keyboard looks. It's not just about how your mouse looks. Yeah, it could look cool, but does it perform well? Now, with a controller, pretty much people can play on a stock controller. People can play on a regular controller where it's just the stock controller. It's not like a scuff. It's not like a Xbox Elite or whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? It's not one of those controllers. You can play on those controllers and you could be fine. Obviously, people have the advantage of getting a scuff and stuff like that, paddles and stuff. People have the advantage with that, but when it comes to mouse and keyboard, bro, this thing does not come cheap. These do not come cheap. You can average, just like controllers, you know, could cost you $70. If you want a good one, it could cost you $150, $180, which is cool. These keyboards can cost you around $350 if you want the good stuff. Now, performance in a keyboard is very, very, very specific. You could press a button, and how fast you press that button will all determine how good that keyboard is as well. The feel, the click, the sound, everything about that keyboard, how small it is, how big it is, how close the keys are actually towards your fingers and stuff like that, bro. It's just, the expansion is crazy. Now, as far as the mouse goes, you know, how fast the mouse can move, how quick it is, how light it is, the buttons on the side, etc., the mouse wheel, you know, just generally how the mouse feels is going to be your ultimate judgment. Is it wireless? Is it not? Etc. You guys get the gist. Now, the reason as to why I made the switch is because obviously it's more competitive on PC, and I want better graphics. I want higher frames. You guys get the gist. I can tell you on and on of why I switched, but that's pretty much the basics. Xbox was cool and all, but some of the games I could not play on Xbox. I could only play on PC. For instance, like PUBG back in the day. Not to mention, I was very cracked on controller. Okay, I specifically played Call of Duty, and obviously Call of Duty takes some skill, and I was really cracked. But now I'm like even better. I'm better on mouse and keyboard, but it's still kind of hard just because competing against controller players, I know they kind of have the advantage. So if I were to say, if I were to play on controller or mouse and keyboard, would I be better on Call of Duty? I would say mouse and keyboard just because I'm used to it now, but back then I was super cracked, and I think it would be so easy for me to compete against keyboard players just because, you know, the aim assist. So if I had to switch, I think I would go back to controller on Call of Duty, but other games, probably not. Definitely not. With that being said, let's just jump in the game and, you know, have some fun.